Bum, 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 Lamar Wilson. I bet no one knows who Lamar Wilson is now. Am I getting old? No, you guys know who Lamar Wilson is. There's no way there's gonna be someone in the comments, who's Lamar Wilson, Max? I'm not that old, right? I mean, yeah, that was 10 years ago. No, you guys know who Lamar Wilson is. I think he still makes videos, right? I don't think he uses the intro anymore, so that might be like you know, we're gonna play the intro right now. Lamar Wilson. Boom, bum, 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 Lamar Wilson. Dude, that was in my head all the time. You guys must know who Lamar Wilson is. Anyways, my name is MONADO Max, and today we are going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, I know everyone's gonna be like, whoa, Max, you said you're not talking about the Switch 2. And yes, I did say that, but I mainly said I'm not making Switch 2 leak videos. I wanted to make this video because this is something I love to speculate when Nintendo consoles are coming out, and that is the games that are coming out for the system. Now, I wanted to do a video showing you guys the games that I want onto the system. Some of this is going to be first party, some of this is, a majority of this is going to be third party games. This is going to be a fun video because this is speculation. A lot of what's going to be on this list is probably never going to happen, and I think that's fun to make this video to show what we would want on the Switch 2. Now, I wish we didn't have it be called Switch 2. I think this is going to be the first Nintendo console in history with not an official code name, but I mean, maybe we'll get a code name at some point. Either way, I have an interesting list I want to talk about because I love speculating games that come to a system that we know absolutely nothing about. So without further ado, let's talk about some of the games that I want on the Nintendo Switch 2. Starting off is one that I think is a very good chance of actually happening for the system, that game being Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is obviously the most popular game right now. It won Game of the Year. This game has endless amount of content, and obviously I bought a Steam Deck. I love my Steam Deck to death. One of the games that I had looked forward to playing on my Steam Deck was Baldur's Gate 3. Now, I don't know if you guys have a Steam Deck or own Baldur's Gate 3, but if you see what that game looks like on Steam Deck, that looks kind of worse than the Nintendo Switch port, in all honesty. Now, we don't know how powerful the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be, but I think it's safe to say that the Switch 2 will probably be more powerful than the Steam Deck. So I feel like if they made an optimized version made specifically for the Switch 2, Baldur's Gate 3 is going to look great on this next console and is the perfect game to have because that is a game with literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours due to the amount of different things you can do into that game. That is the perfect game to have the on-the-go experience, assuming that the Switch 2 continues its on-the-go experience, the cross-hybrid system. Baldur's Gate 3 is really just the perfect game for a Nintendo platform in terms of its on-the-go experience, and I want Baldur's Gate 3 with a good on-the-go experience because unfortunately, I mean, the Steam Deck, it's playable, and I mean, it's rough though. It looks really rough, but I mean, it's playable. I'm not complaining, but I'm just like, this is not what I wanted to be playing it looking. I didn't want it to look like this when I was playing it, and I think the Switch 2, Baldur's Gate, it's perfect. And there's a lot of speculation that this company that does Baldur's Gate 3 has actually been in touch with Nintendo. There was this whole thing that came out like a year ago that I believe the company was looking for an employee to work on, I forgot what the article was. There was this whole thing, a lot of people made videos on it. A lot of people think Baldur's Gate 3 is coming to the Switch 2 due to this whole thing that what the official company was looking for in terms of employee. This next game is a game that I think all of us definitely want and is something we should have had on the Nintendo Switch that I guess we technically have, but it was not what we wanted. It was definitely not what we imagined at all either. On top of that, that is the Kingdom Hearts series. Kingdom Hearts is probably one of those games that is very big, but a lot of people have not played it but know what it is. I mean, it's actually kind kind of weird to say this, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold more than the entire Kingdom Hearts franchise. That's kind of crazy to think, considering how many people talk about Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts, I feel like with how popular this series is, should be selling way more, and maybe that's due to the fact that the systems it was on, how the remasters came so late to some of these consoles. It never really had proper Switch support. I don't know. I think Kingdom Hearts is a series that should be way bigger, and with how popular that it is supposedly, especially with it being Disney. Either way, we need Kingdom Hearts on the Switch for real. We don't need that cloud service version that they had. I still can't believe Square did that. Like, I know it takes 2 years to put PlayStation 2 games onto the Switch, or just any console in general, but I think so many people would have bought that. I mean, actually, I do know this because look at how popular the cloud service versions of Kingdom Hearts was. That was on the top of the eShop sales bestseller thing for weeks. People hated it, but still bought it because they wanted Kingdom Hearts on the Switch. I bought it because I wanted to play Kingdom Hearts, and I just was like, I can't do this anymore. This cloud gaming, I can't do it anymore, man. And then, yeah, we need this. And then look at the announcement that it was coming to Steam. That was so big because everyone was like, oh my gosh, the Steam Deck, I can play this on the go. That's mainly been the big thing about this whole big Kingdom Hearts reveal of it coming to Steam, is the whole hype of it being on a Steam Deck. This should show you that Kingdom Hearts, Square Enix, Disney, whoever makes these decisions, you need to put the money up to make these Kingdom Hearts collection, whatever it's supposed to be called, and put it onto the Switch too. That is going to sell millions of copies, at least with how big that fan base is supposedly, and it makes sense. Coming up next on the list is something that I think all of us definitely want, and probably is begging Nintendo to do, and praying at the same time that Nintendo does not re-release this game again onto this console. That game being a brand new Mario Kart. I don't know about you guys, but I am really tired of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I know some people feel that for whatever reason it's the best Mario Kart game of all time. But here's my problem. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or actually 8 Deluxe came out in 2017, but Mario Kart 8 came out in 2013. We're in 2024 with the console coming out in 2025. I do not want to have Mario Kart 8 last any more longer than it should have, because Mario Kart 8 has been here for half of my life. Think about that. Half of my life I have dealt with Mario Kart 8. That should not be a thing. We should have had Mario Kart 9 by now. We should be looking forward to Mario Kart X. That should be the thing that we are talking about. But no, the next game in the series is going to be Mario Kart 9. That should not be, this should not be what I'm talking about. I should not be going into being 21 years old, being like, Mario Kart 9, I wonder when it's gonna, I should be like, Mario Kart X. I don't know, maybe Nintendo, when this game comes out, they're gonna be like, you know, there was that era where everyone was like, skipping the number 9 was so cool. Maybe we're just gonna go straight into Mario Kart 10/X. They might do that. That was a weird era. Can everyone agree with me how, like, you know, you had Windows skipping Windows 9, you had Apple skipping, like, I know Apple was like, iPhone X is because it's the 10th anniversary of Apple, or iPhone. And then they never made an iPhone 9. They just went from X to 11. I don't know. Apple skipped 9. Who else skipped 9? There was a lot of companies that skipped the number 9. It was like the cool thing to do is skip the number 9 for whatever reason. I don't know what was wrong with number 9, but you know, I bet sometime like 30 years from now, they're going to bring back the number 9, and that's going to be the cool thing. It's going to be like iPhone 9, Windows 9, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. And I think it's safe to say that with how Mario Kart has been over the last 2 games, even though it's the same game, Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe heavily focused on Nintendo crossover content. And I think this next Mario Kart game is going to heavily focus on that, more towards Nintendo than Mario, maybe? I don't know. I feel like it still needs to be Mario Kart because that takes some funness away. I don't know, but I definitely I'm thinking we're seeing a lot more Nintendo into this next Mario Kart game whenever it comes. Hopefully Nintendo does it. Nintendo, if you do Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I don't know what you can update the title with. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Plus. If you do that, Nintendo, I'm not buying the Switch 2. What am I saying? I have 500 Switch games. I'm obviously gonna buy the next Nintendo console. Just please don't do that. All right, this next one I think is also another one that we all kind of really want on this next console, and that's proper Rockstar Games support. Rockstar Games is probably the only company that was really weirdly just absent from, what is that? That was a bug. What is that? Oh my gosh. Okay, just continue with the video, Max. Don't worry about it. Continue with the video. Rockstar Games. Rockstar Games is the one third-party company that was weirdly absent from the Switch in the beginning stages. Like they had LA Noire, and then all of a sudden, nothing. You heard nothing about Rockstar Games. You'd hear their other company, 2K, talk about how they love the Nintendo Switch, and 2K was supporting the Switch like crazy, and then all of a sudden, nothing. Absolutely nothing from Rockstar. And then out of nowhere, into 2021, you got the GTA trilogy on Switch, and then like 2 years later, you got the you got Red Dead Redemption. I'm really glad that got on Switch, but a lot of this was just stuff that should have already been on the Switch, and there's so much more you can add onto the Switch. GTA 5 can run on the Nintendo Switch. I know there's this whole thing that these modders came out with, a way that you can mod GTA on the Switch, and it runs absolutely horrible. No, that does not work good on the Switch. That's not a version that was optimized for the Switch. Developers didn't make it for the Switch in mind. That is not GTA 5 for the Switch. That does not mean that it cannot run on the Switch. It's obvious that this game can run on the Switch. Switch 2 should be able to get GTA 5. You know, they love remastering that game. Put GTA 5. Put Bully. Come on, guys. You all love Bully, right? Am I old? I'm probably old. Y'all probably don't even know what Bully is because they didn't do anything with Bully after that first game. Bully's a great game, guys. That game was awesome. I really hope they make a new Bully game at some point. Remaster Bully for the Switch 2, please. God, oh my God, that would be so awesome. A new Bully game. Supposedly they were gonna do a new Bully game. There was a lot of references of Bully in Red Dead Redemption 2 with the achievements, and then Bully 2 got canceled supposedly. I'm so depressed. GTA is not the greatest thing of all time, guys. There's other great games. Red Dead or Bully. And they're stuck with GTA 6, the game they took like 10 years to make. This next one, I think, hopefully has a pretty good shot of happening, depending how powerful this console is going to be. This is one I really want because I think this game is probably one of the greatest games to have come out of the next generation of consoles. And probably a top 10 favorite game of mine, to be honest. I was so surprised when I played this game last year, and it blew me away in so many ways. I thought this game was a masterpiece of what it did. That game needs to come to the Switch 2, and that game is no other than Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is just a masterpiece game with what that game did in so many ways that I've never seen games do before. And I really don't want to say too much more than that because I know hopefully some of you guys that are watching this video who haven't played the Alan Wake series hopefully get an opportunity to play Alan Wake 2 because that is going to be a game that's going to shock you the further you get into that game. A wonderful game. And you know, maybe the Switch 2 can hopefully get an updated version of Alan Wake Remastered. That is actually a canceled MONADO Max video that never came out where I reviewed Alan Wake Remastered, but I love the Alan Wake series so much that I just was like, I didn't want to release this. I mean, I don't like the first game that much, to be honest. I thought the game was like it was good. But when Alan Wake 2 came out, oh my God, masterpiece, peak. I don't know. They need to update Alan Wake Remastered on the Switch 2 if they do Alan Wake 2 because Alan Wake Remastered looks so bad, guys. That was probably one of the worst Switch games, if not the very worst Nintendo Switch game to come out in terms of third-party ports. That was really bad, and it should not have been a bad port at all. Play Alan Wake 2. They're doing a physical release now. Please play Alan Wake 2. This next one, Nintendo, we have been begging for this. This makes, well, I mean, I can't say it makes sense because I'm not a business person, but I feel like it's safe to say when it comes to this series, with how passionate people have been with this series as of recent, it makes so sense to re-release this game, whether it be a remake, remaster. We will buy it up, even make a sequel, but I think the fans would be happy with at least a remaster, and that game is Kid Icarus Uprising. Kid Icarus Uprising was a game that people really wanted back in like, I think when Smash Bros. Brawl came out, when Pit was in there, everyone was like, oh, we need a new Kid Icarus game. We got the new Kid Icarus game. It was on 3DS, but the controls, I mean, I didn't think the controls were bad. It didn't bother me as a kid. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. But I guess everyone else was just like, oh, these controls suck, and did not buy the game because of that. Re-update the game, remaster it, better controls, get Masahiro Sakurai. Even Sakurai talked about how many requests he gets to remaster Kid Icarus Uprising. He's even said that on his YouTube channel. You could make a sequel. I think even Masahiro Sakurai said, I think people would just be happy with just a remaster rather than a sequel. I'm like 90% sure he said that. I might be wrong, but Kid Icarus Uprising makes sense to happen for so many reasons. That's just the perfect game to have. It should have happened on the regular Switch. If it's not going to happen on the regular Switch, do it for Switch 2. And my good friend Ian would love to have a new Kid Icarus game. Dude has been so desperate for a new Kid Icarus game that he modded his Wind Waker to have a playable version of Pit rather than Toon Link, to make it feel like he was playing a new Kid Icarus game. Nintendo, you gotta do something, because these Kid Icarus fans, they are desperate. They are probably the most desperate Nintendo community out there right now, because I just can't explain it. I mean, it's a big community, I guess. I don't know. It's time to make this game happen for the Switch 2. This next one, I feel like is definitely not going to happen, but I still want it anyways, and we're gonna talk about it. And I guess this one goes out to Miyamoto. And Miyamoto, please, if you're watching this video somehow, which I know you're not, if you're to do another Star Fox game, because that's what I want, another Star Fox game, do not do Star Fox 64 again. I don't know why you're so obsessed with Star Fox 64, remastering those levels, updating the levels, because Star Fox Zero was like a kind of an HD version of Star Fox 64, but not exactly, but it was still a lot of levels. It's supposed to be like a reboot with 60. Just don't do that. Really, if you're nervous about the series, just do Star Fox Assault onto the Switch 2. I think a lot of people would like that, but I want a new Star Fox game ultimately. I love Star Fox Assault, but ultimately, I think I would rather have a new Star Fox game. A good Star Fox game. Maybe go back to the Star Fox Assault gameplay mechanic. I think a lot of people would like that. I think we only saw that once. Did Star Fox Adventures have that? I don't remember. I don't think I played Star Fox Adventures. I played Star Fox Assault. Phenomenal game. We need to go back to that type of gameplay style. Maybe a mixture of being in space, shooting up in the air, and then back on the ground. There's a lot of potential with the Star Fox series. That is probably Nintendo's biggest potential out there of Nintendo IPs that have not been touched. I don't know why they just don't know what to do with it. I mean, look at what Ubisoft did. And it wasn't even the Star Fox game that they made. Look at what they did with Starlink, that development team with all the Star Fox content. They made a phenomenal Star Fox game that wasn't even Star Fox. That should show them that there is a lot of potential with the Star Fox series, and it's time to give it another chance. It's probably not going to happen. Miyamoto is so focused on other things right now with the Mario movie and all that stuff, so it is what it is, but I would like to see that one day. I put an honorable mention of the Batman Arkham trilogy. Obviously, that is already on the Switch, but the main thing that I really wanted to be updated was Batman Arkham Knight. That needs to be fixed. My Switch crashed 2 times when I was recording gameplay for my review. That was ridiculous. So please, whatever company needs to do something, please do that. And then Fallout 4. We need a Fallout game on these Switch consoles, these handhelds. We need a Fallout game. Please, Fallout 4, Fallout 3, I don't care. We need something, not Fallout Shelter. Bethesda, Microsoft, you're now used to coming on other consoles. Fallout needs to be something that's comes to other consoles on Nintendo. I need a handheld on-the-go experience. Fallout 4, dude, that'd be awesome. Bethesda, please, Fallout 4 on the go. That sounds phenomenal. Or Fallout 5, I don't care. I know you're developing Fallout 5. Todd Howard, I swear you better be making Fallout 5. Whatever you're doing over there, we don't care about Elder Scrolls 6. We don't. I know so many people in the comments are about to throw tomatoes. We care about the Fallout series, Fallout 5. Put something on the Switch Fallout related that's not Fallout Shelter. Please, please, please. Guys, that is my list of games that I want on the Switch too. There's probably a decent amount of games that I'm not thinking of. So I want to know your guys' list. Dream list, you can make anything happen. I want a mixture of first party things in there and a mixture of third party games in there. You can have the first party game be a remaster, remake, new entry in the series. Let me know in the comments down below. Backslash that subscribe button, like the video, check out the Instagram, check out the Twitter, check out the Discord server. By the way, big announcement, we're gonna be at the Southeast Game Exchange, me and the whole Player's Choice crew, Coleman, Luke, and Jackson. We're gonna be doing a panel. It's gonna be great. If you're going to Southeast Game Exchange, make sure to show up to our panel, come say hi to us throughout the week. We're gonna be there. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. By the way, one more announcement. I think this video will be coming out. Coleman put some text here. June 16th, that's Sunday. It'll probably be around 9 p.m., 10 p.m., around that range. I'm gonna be live streaming for my birthday. My birthday is June 17th, but we're gonna do this epic birthday stream. I'm gonna turn 21 live on stream. No, I'm not gonna drink. Don't even think that there'll be like a surprise, like, oh, he's gonna drink. The only thing I'm gonna be drinking at 12:01 midnight, June 7th, or the beginning of June 17 is some Prime.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm gonna be drinking some Prime at midnight, June 16. I will see you guys there. Come out to the stream, please. It'd be great. I'm talking too much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of the evening, night, day, whenever you're seeing this. Peace.